Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I have covered Celestia, and this is going to be a very important video about this coin for those especially who are the holder of the Celestia or TIA coin, or if you are looking to buy this coin for a long term. So I'm actually going to give a recent update about this coin, and after that I will be looking at a very important update, which is the big cliff coming up in October. So I will actually go down on those who are getting the coin, and I will also break down its price so that you know everything about this coin. So please stick till the end. So let's get started. So in terms of news, the biggest one would be actually the hackathon, which was Infinite Space Bazaar hackathon, which has actually concluded as of now. So the judging process is will begin soon, so in the meantime stay tuned for the demo day. So this was their actually Infinite Bazaar. They actually had a pretty, they had they had a price pool of around 100k, as you can see. So this was a virtual, so they actually have a pretty good entries around 37. As you can see, these are all the projects which are being built on Celestia, I think. So they do have a pretty massive community or the massive ecosystem which has been growing pretty rapidly. So I think that is a pretty good for this coin, and also they are through the prices they are actually onboarding many other developers, which is a pretty awesome for this coin, I think. And I think that will actually because of that, I think the coin's ecosystem or the TR's ecosystem may actually end up growing in the future. So beside that Infinite Bazaar, we also had a pretty good things going on for the Celestia in terms of partnerships. Though so they also actually partnered with Starknet, which was a pretty good, and this Starknet is a pretty, I think, one of the promising layer 2s which is being developed still. I don't think it's anywhere near the base, but still it's doing pretty good in my opinion. So after that, they actually had Eternal AI coming towards Celestia as well. So they have Celestia underneath, so we have that as well. We also have a coin called Initia or Initia that is actually built on top of Celestia as well. So they actually did their public testnet as well, which is a pretty good thing, I think, for them as well. After that, we also have, just a second, we also have Blackwing testnet, which is powered by the Celestia as well. So they are actually the modular blockchain for margin trading, which is, I think, pretty good as well. So after that, we also have a modular summit July 11th to 13th. So that could be a pump point for the Celestia, so that is something to keep in mind. And after that, we also had Celestia at the ETH Denver or Dubai. So they did have a pretty good, I think they talked about the modular blockchains as well, so that was a pretty good for them as well. So these were the updates about the Celestia, and I think these updates will actually contribute to Celestia in the long run, so that is pretty good for them as well. So besides that, let's just look at if we have any news coming up from the CoinGecko. Oh, I don't think we have any news beside that on the CoinGecko, so I think we are good with this update. So I don't think we have any other thing beside those updates. So before we come to its supply breakdown and vesting schedule, we have to look at its role. So its utility. So basically, TIA is actually used for pay for a blob space. So rollups pay to publish data on a Celestia blob space using TIA coin. After that, we have secure the network for staking. So this is basically staking, and in the end we have gas token for rollups. So whoever actually develops rollups on TIA can actually use TIA token as a gas token. It's their choice. So if we just look here, as of now we have around total space, the blob space of around 11.71 gigabytes, and as of now we have around 235k TIA paired, which is worth around 2.2 million. And if we look here, we have around circular supply of around, also total supply of around 1.04 billion, and we have total staked TIA of around 725 million, which is worth around 6.9 billion. So I think the log tokens as well are available for staking. So we also have staked TIA from these investors and other things from what I can see. So now let's look at tokenomics before going towards its vesting. So basically TIA is a proof of stake blockchain and it does not have a max supply. So this is the inflation rate. As you can see, at the start it will be around 8% and it will go as low as 1.5%. so this one does not have a max supply. That means this is an infinite coin with an infinite supply. So its genesis supply was around 1 billion, and as of now we have had a supply increase of around 40 million. If you look here, just a second, so this is the total supply. So we have around total supply from 1.04 billion. So I think if we just go here, this is actually, where is it? So we do have 1 billion 41 million supply as of now. So we have seen 41 million supply increase in just how many days? Just a second. From from October 2023. So that this increase is pretty big in my opinion, so that may not be good. So this is a allocation. 20% went to the public, in which we have airdrop as well. 17% went to the initial core publisher. We also have early bakers, which gets 15%, and we also have early baker series A and B, which also get 19%. So or I think we have over 35% supply going towards investors, which is a massive amount. If we look here, we also have around 26% going towards R&D and ecosystem, and we also have 7.5%, 7.4 was for the airdrop, and 12.6% is the future incentive. So they do have actually various things coming up for the public as well. So that is what it is. So in terms of token supply is defined as the amount of tokens in a general circulation without on-chain transfer restrictions, and we have available supply is defined as the amount of TR tokens that are either part of the circulating supply or unlocked but subject to some governance of to determine. So basically circulating supply is what is actually in the market as of now, and available supply is actually what is actually locked or something like that. So available supply of TI as of now is 1.04 billion and circulating supply is around 1.82 million. So you have to keep that in mind. So let's just look at now the most important thing, which is their vesting. So as I said, we have around 182 million supply in the circulation as of now. And if you look here, we have a pretty massive cliff coming up in just around in October 2024, in which we will see if we look here, the circulating supply will be probably around somewhere, I think 1.02 2 billion. If you look here, so right after 200 slightly above 200 million, and right here we'll see a pretty massive increase in supply. We'll see around 200 million more supply in the markets, which will be pretty massive. We'll see early bakers getting their coins and early bakers from the series A and B getting their coins, so which will be worth over 1 billion. If you just look here, we have early bakers, we have I think early bakers seed around 500 million and early bakers series A and B around 621 million, which is a massive amount, and I think we may see a big sell out from there. So I think this TI price may start crashing after November 2024 or after October 2024. So if you look here, they actually raised around 56 million, and out of which they have many rounds, as you can see, but the most important one is the seed round, and we have this series A because they have the most investors, as you can see, and this series B is also very important, which actually is led by only OKX Venture that may actually sell out. So we have 20 investors in this series A and 15 in series B. So if you just look at the series A, these are the various investors, as you can see. The biggest one would be Polychain, and I think Polychain is in the many coins, so they may actually take some profits. So I think we will probably see a sell pressure from them as well. And in the seed round, we have Binance. We do have actually Binance Labs is a lead investor, and Interchain Foundation is a lead investor as well. So I think we'll probably see a pretty good sell pressure once the supply comes out. And if you are a holder of this coin, I think you have to be extra careful this one. So I think you have a two choices, whether to DCA in all the way, or you can actually sell your coins by August once the TIA coin does go up. So I think that is the pretty much two choices holders of TIA has, in my opinion, because I think this massive cliff is going to cause a massive price downfall for the TIA in the future. So you have to be careful with it. So looking at the price prediction and price analysis of TIA coin, as of now we are on a pretty good breakout, and I think if we do go up from here, we are heading towards 10.69 or even $12. If there is a more demand, I think we are heading towards 15, if not even 18, because this breakout is a pretty big one. And we also had a pretty good retest here if you just look here, because the volume is actually lower. So I think whenever we have a pretty big breakout with a pretty good volume, and after that once and if the volume is low, I think we are heading towards upward. So if we do break out from there, hopefully we are heading towards $12 or even $18, because this breakout is a pretty massive, because we have actually just broken this downtrend. But if we go down, I think we do have a pretty good entries around 7.44 or 6.3. If not, we have pretty good entry around 5.32 or $5, or even 4.5 and 4.2. So as I discussed in the tokenomics section or the supply breakdown section, I think this coin will probably crash after October 2024. So I think we do have a pretty good window to sell out before the October. So I think I'm aiming for this coin to actually hit at least $20 again before actually going down. So I think we actually may have a pretty good narrative for the modular blockchains in 2024, and I think the TIA could benefit from that. So I hope that we actually end up hitting $20 again before crashing down here, because the supply will increase gradually, and I think that will actually balance out the price. So as of now, I think the market cap is a pretty solid, because we have not seen the increase in the supply. So if the supply does actually eventually reach around 1.7 billion or even 2 billion, I think the price will be around $1. So I think along with that, we'll probably see an increase in market cap. So even if we end up seeing the supply of around 1 billion in circulation, I think if the market cap is around 5 billion, I think the price will be around $5. So still, I think the TIA does have a potential, but I think we have to be careful and sell out before the October, before we see a big supply increase. So this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.